Okay, I didn't film myself going up that hill because I wanted both my hands for balance. Here comes Guy. Go ahead.
Okay, the other guys don't make it up.
Okay.
All right. Give me your phone. Set it on a photo. Go back down and come up. I'll take your picture.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Here, you can just, it's recording, you can just film it.
Okay.
Just film the whole thing right there. It's going, it's already going.
All right.
Thank you.
You know, we're gonna go twice as far
Okay.
and a fourth of the climb.
All right.
Hey, I'm not kidding you. Those other guys don't come up with just one or two of them.
Wow.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is rough.
Okay.
Stay to the right.
Okay. Stay to the right. I said stay to the right.
Okay,
Okay.
about as far as your light can see, right there on the left is a 1.5 foot wide ditch.
Okay.
So stay to the right, but then once you go by that ditch, ease back into the middle.
Okay.
Okay, really run it.
Got it.
All downhill for about a half mile.
Okay. So I'm placing my feet at the back of the pedals. That's just what I like to do when I'm going downhill. And my lean angle is at 0. I don't see any reason to put it in the plus, which would be leaning backwards, but I could do that if needed. But actually it feels fine like it is at 0, zeroed out. These look like tractor wheels. Those bumps. That looks like tractor metal, metal tracks. That's what that appears to be to me. That's just my guess.
Okay, but you just went down, I don't know how much mountain biking you've done. That's called a Jeep trail.
A what?
Jeep
Jeep.
trail.
Oh, okay.
Self-explanatory. It means a Jeep will fit down it.
Okay.
Okay? This is what you call a single track,
Okay.
which means usually you can't pass.
Okay.
Or this is it's fast, it's a little bumpy, but just don't let your speed get away from you.
Okay.
When you get to the bottom of this, you're going to make a left turn, go 25 yards, and you're going to go out on the road.
Okay.
You're your own safety officer.
Okay.
In fact, just don't go out on the road. Stay on the sidewalk, unicycle man,
Okay.
and then go down to the stoplight and turn right.
Okay.
You'll see me because once we get down there, I'm going to cross the road and wait to see you. So
Okay.
I don't know how long it's going to take you to go down.
Okay.
I think you're faster than me going down.
All right.
But you don't know where you're going.
So I'm going to give Guy at least 2 car lengths, but I'm going to give him more than that because I don't know how fast he's going to go. I think he goes faster than me, so I'm going to go ahead and go. He thought I might go faster than him, but I think he goes faster than me on these. Yeah, see, he's already way down there. See that? He's done this many times before. This is my first time, and I'm not going to go fast in a new area that I am not familiar with. Or I should say, I'm just going to use minimal speed. Okay, I just saw an enormous spider web to the left. I don't know if you saw that. I've noticed that this trail will have very loose sand at certain points, and it's not necessarily clear when that happens. Like right here, it just became loose sand. And it's really important to not let the unicycle or anything that you ride start swerving back and forth, because it can end up in a crash. Okay, there's a guy. And we're gonna stay on the sidewalk.
Stoplight, we're gonna turn right, real flat.
Okay.
Let's see. We've climbed 600 of the 900 feet we're gonna climb.
Okay.
So at the light, we're gonna turn right, we're gonna climb 2 small hills, and then we're gonna go on back on a single track.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get in some trees, we're gonna go up 2 slight hills, and then there's gonna be a downhill that's gonna come in narrow. That downhill, you can't see it. At the bottom of the downhill is a stream with a wooden bridge. You know what? I'm gonna stop and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Because the bridge is this wide,
Yeah.
it's 2x4s, and if you go to the left, you go down in the ditch, which is 1.5 feet deep concrete.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to count for you.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
I need to practice getting on the unicycle more. I spent a lot of time, most of my time practicing has been riding the unicycle and not stopping, putting my foot down, lifting my foot and going. I need to do that now. No practice. want to order a Shinko, that's SHINKO 244 tire from RevZilla, REVZILLA. The first chance I get. Right now I'm still running the tire that came with the Lynx, which is working well, but I'm told the Shinko 244 is just better both off-road and on-road compared to the tire that comes, the off-road tire that comes with the Lynx. And my plan is to also run that as a tubeless. I don't know if that tire is rated for tubeless, but I plan to run it tubeless. I'm presently running the Lynx with the off-road tire that it came with, and I just removed the tube when it popped, and ran it tubeless as well by adding a valve stem for tubeless.
Downhill.
Okay.
At the bottom of the hill. Short bridge.
Got it.
Careful.
I know I already said this before, but Guy already did this whole 11-mile path. It's 11 miles. And Guy already completed that. So he's doing this a second time now. He made a joke when I met him. I was just asking them, him and his friends, I was asking them if there's any trouble parking in that parking lot late. You know, if there's going to be tickets or fines or towing if they tow the vehicles. And he said there's not any trouble. The police do come and patrol that area to make sure the vehicles are safe. But I'm gonna walk this over. But no one's had any trouble with any kind of tickets or anything like that. And then we just started talking about the trail. And I was asking them questions about where does the path go, and as they were trying to explain it to me, I was realizing that it's pretty complicated if you've never done it before. And Guy said if I give him 4 quarters, he would take me 1.5 miles down the path. So I pulled out $1, and here we are.
So now you're right along Lake Laguna for about 1/2 mile. Let's see.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, but it's locked up.
Okay, they lock it at a certain time?
I guess, I don't know, it's been a while since I've hit the locked wall.
Okay.
All right, now we can go skirt it along there.
Yeah.
Or we can go that way.
Let's skirt it.
This way is going to have a little traffic.
Okay.
This way is more likely to have traffic than that way. But that way, there's a slight chance I'll get us lost. But if I do get us lost, it won't be 1/2 mile. So you think that the skirting it is better?
Yeah. So,
all right.
Okay.
I'll tell you when we're back on the trail.
Okay. So when Guy said skirt it, I think that means to just go along the edge of it. That's what I'm thinking that he means by that, so I said let's do that. Oh, I see traffic and turn. Okay, when he said there could be traffic, he meant vehicles. That makes sense. The guy was saying if we go the other way, we might get lost. I think this is a good way to go. It's really important when riding an electric unicycle or anything on the edge of the road, where the road meets the dirt, to be careful with that area, because a lot of people will get their wheels stuck in like a rut between the dirt and the cement or the asphalt, between those two different materials or terrains, and it can cause a crash. I don't know if you can see the reflection that's in the water there. That's looks like a lake. Beautiful. So to continue the story, guy had said, for 4 quarters, I'll take you 1.5 miles. And so I gave him $1, and he said, he was joking that he said 4 quarters, which I didn't have 4 quarters. Anyway, that was for 1.5 miles. And so if you were watching the video, where I said, where Guy said that he's off the clock now. That meant that he took me the 1.5 miles, and now we're going beyond that. So he's no longer he's no longer employed at that moment for this trip. And part of the joke of the 4 quarters was, Guy said he doesn't do anything for nothing, for no money at all. But I thought 4 quarters is quite a good deal. And here we are. We've gone much further than the 1.5 miles. And I can see that this would have been, I will say, 100% chance of me getting lost if I didn't go with someone that knows the path. I mean, I would have used the internet and seen if I could use the maps. I was told, one of Guy's friends said that All Trails, the free version of All Trails, did show the map. I don't know how easy it is to use those maps. I also don't know if Apple Maps allows us to see how to go around this path here. This path is called the Fullerton Loop. And I'm learning about hundreds of new trails and paths, which I'm enjoying very much. A recent upload was there was a bike path, I don't know what it's called at the moment. There was a bike path in the river. It's literally where the water flows. They just added cement and put a bike path there. I absolutely love that. And I want to thank everyone that was in support of that and who helped make that possible. And I want to say that that's a great idea. I think all rivers could have a bike path in them. We could all benefit, all communities and cities could benefit from having bike paths in the rivers. Because micro-mobility, bicycles, a lot of people use this, and it's exponentially expanding every day, meaning it's just growing rapidly. One of the strangest sensations that I experience on the electric unicycle is there's times when I feel like I suddenly don't remember how to ride it or how to balance on it. It's almost like a reset, like there's a reset taking place in my mind or in my memory or the muscle memory. And my body's kind of checking in to say, looking at it brand new again. I've noticed I do that with many things, always looking at things brand new, So I can have an opinion about something, But with that opinion, they'll simultaneously be absolute openness about what else could be there as a possibility. You know, wouldn't that be? I'm kind of thinking of science and theories and philosophy and ways of living life. My friend Cameron, many of you know Cameron that have followed the channel, said that when I talked about learning to ride the electric unicycle, he said that's anti-aging, you know, where you're learning something new and building up your strength, building new muscle, and it's healthy, it's good for us.
I don't think you can go down there.
I can walk it if needed.
Yeah, just follow me.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's up.
Okay.
It's hilly after a little bit.
So the guy was saying down there, oh, you can't see it, but there's a way to drop down right there. And we're going to take a different way. That's less steep, which I'm grateful for that. I could try that other one in the daytime, if I feel like I'm ready for it.
Okay, this does have a little bit of a hill on it,
Okay.
right below where we turned off at.
Yeah, I'm glad we went this way. Thank you. Much better. One thing about learning to ride the electric unicycle is I've never pushed myself to do something before I felt comfortable doing it. That doesn't mean I'm not pushing my limits and always trying to learn. It just means if I am not comfortable doing something, I won't do it. And 100% of the time, that's worked well for me.
Yeah, there's some branches in the road down here.
Okay.
Very narrow.
So I just tilted my light down so I could see the path better. It's really easy. The Lynx makes it really easy to just reach down while I'm riding and adjust that headlight. And I want to say something about the headlight on the Lynx. It's the perfect brightness. If Lynx wanted to make it brighter, I would be happy with that. I would still want this setting too, this brightness it has. But if there's another setting that's even brighter than this, like when there's no people around, I would like that too, because to me, you can never have too much light. And I like how the light stays cool. I don't know how they did that. It must be high voltage, very efficient. Okay.
And that light up there is on the other side of the tunnel.
Okay.
And the reason I stopped was, if you want to go slow and film the tunnel,
Yeah.
it's full of fluorescent tagging
Oh, wow.
on both sides. So if you want to stop and do whatever you want to, I'll wait before I turn
Okay.
about 200 yards down.
Okay.
And then there's a little uphill. Of course, you don't have any problem with uphill.
Yeah.
You just hit the gas.
So we're right next to railroad tracks. I like railroad tracks a lot. The old ones that aren't used anymore. I just love it. I don't know why. I don't know why I like them so much. I like how a lot of the old railroad tracks that aren't being used, that are not being used anymore, were replaced with bike paths. What a great idea. And now here we have a trail next to artwork. We have a trail next to to these old train tracks. And this trail is not paved, but it's still a trail, which is nice. And that's something that's nice about the electric unicycle. It kind of reminds me of how mountain bikes it seems there's a similarity between what a mountain bike can access and what an electric unicycle can access. It seems like there's a similarity there. And that's really nice. I just want to say that I think electric unicycle manufacturers such as Lynx and many of the other companies as well have done a great job with advancing the technology very, very well. Oops, went a little too far there. And I'm extremely excited about what's going to continue to happen in the electric unicycle market, meaning just what's available. And I imagine we're going to have electric unicycles that are several hundred volts. And I think the high-speed cutouts are not going to be an issue for long. I think we're going to get past that. Okay.
Okay, this is going to be single track again. We're going to go 300 feet, and there's a pretty fast and rutted downhill.
Okay.
And we can go this way and go to Harbor and stay on the sidewalk, or we can take the path.
Let's take the path.
All right, when we get to the bottom here, we'll climb a little bit, go through a T, and then we'll go through a tunnel.
Okay.
And I'm not clicked in.
So I just raised my headlight up on the Lynx a little bit. It's very dramatic when you can't see the road because it's a hill going over the top of the high point. Okay, I think guy went down. Yeah, he went down. I see his light. Okay, this is very steep. There's a big incentive to stay on the unicycle when going down a hill, because if I have to step off of the unicycle, then I will probably have to walk it down, because I'm not good at starting on a steep hill, whether that be going up or down it on the unicycle yet. But ideally, it would just be staying on the wheel, ideally.
Okay, as far as we've gone, kind of flat, we're going to go that much. Then we're going to go up a little hill. The problem is right at the top of the hill, there's some ruts.
Okay. It's very helpful that Guy explains the territory ahead of time. And to me, that's a great teacher. Qualities of a great teacher is kind of laying out a visual map of what's to come, and then we're better prepared for the territory as we encounter that terrain. One of the main things I'm looking for as I ride the Lynx electric unicycle right now, but really it applies to anything we're riding, is a terrain change. We're taught to study the dirt, study the ground, even touch it, pick it up and feel the dirt. This is how I was taught growing up. Know the terrain, right? And have the correct tires for that. Have the best tire for that terrain. It makes a difference. Okay, so that was a little bit of a hill, and I was able to get on the electric unicycle on the hill, which is good. So I'm learning. That's the practice, right? When they say practice makes perfect, I think it means that with practice we'll improve, and we'll continue to improve without end, right? Just keep improving.
Are you able to keep track of how far you went?
Yeah, we've gone 10 miles.
1 mile to go.
10.6. Wow, so you did it. It's an 11-mile path. What a great path. Really great. But I've only used 1 bar on the links. Oh no, it's still full. Still have all 8 bars. Eight out of 8 bars. Under acceleration, it'll lose 1 bar, so it'll go down to 7 when I'm accelerating. But pretty good, considering that we did some really big steep hills. But then it's relevant to mention that downhill actually recharges the battery. Now, when you look into that, a lot of people will criticize that and say the charging is insignificant. But I've never heard anybody complain about getting free fuel. And with electric vehicles, there's many free charging stations. And even when you pay for the electricity, it's still significantly less than gasoline. And with gasoline, it's important and relevant to take into account the fact that if we're comparing costs and energy use, gasoline does require a lot of energy to process, to pull out of the ground, to process it, and deliver it to the refueling stations. And all that, and then the vehicle throws away more than half of that energy, just throws it away in heat. More than 60% of that energy, it's between 60 and 89%, 60% to 89% of the energy in the fuel when you're using it to move the car, the automobile, the gasoline-powered automobile. Only between 11% and 40% maximum. No more than 40% moves that vehicle. So everything about internal combustion engine is inefficient and wasteful. And the fact that it pollutes the air that we breathe. Right, this has nothing to do, I'm not even talking about, if you believe in global warming or not. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the air we breathe. I'm talking about we cannot breathe what comes out of the exhaust. And it's not just water vapor. If you want to look it up, here's 2 things you can look up. Look up thermal inefficiency of the internal combustion engine. That's where you're going to learn about how little of the energy and the fuel actually gets used to moving the vehicle. And then if you look up, what's the other thing we were just talking about? I was just mentioning to you. I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to make sure I got my 2 car lengths behind Guy here. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Okay. We're talking about the. It'll come back to me. So yeah, electric is very, very efficient. Oh well, just I think I was just saying that we can't breathe. Oh yeah, even if someone doesn't believe in global warming or whatever they think about that. If we can't breathe what's coming out of the exhaust, that's all I need. And that's not really talked about. And it's very important. Oh, that's the other thing that can be looked up is it's called combustion byproducts. So if you look up combustion byproducts, that's what we're talking about. That's what's coming out of that engine. It's not water vapor. Someone I was talking with that was a chemistry and biology major in college, was saying that the only thing that comes out of the exhaust is water vapor. And he's trying to show me the mathematics and the equations, right? And I said, well, that's interesting, because if you look up combustion byproducts, you're going to see some more information that could be helpful.
The hospital is that way.
Oh, okay.
It's all flat. But once you get to harbor, you're going to have to ride on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Or you go straight ahead, the traditional loop, and go down 2 very steep hills.
Steeper than we've done already? Or similar?
Well, they're steep and short. The bottom of the one has got a bridge crossing.
Okay.
Across a concrete, just like the 2x4s.
Yeah.
Except this one's full of, it's got a sewer pipe with asphalt.
Okay.
But the steep part is only 15 feet long, but it's as steep as anything that we've seen.
Okay.
And if nobody's going to make fun of you if you walk down it.
All right.
And that's the second half. The first half is hairy but not hard. Okay, so do you want to do a sidewalk and go a little further, or you want to take the shortcut back country?
Let's take this back country.
All right. Stay to the left.
Okay. Guy said stay to the left. So we could have taken the sidewalk, which would take longer. But Guy said, how do I feel about taking the shortcut, which is more difficult, more challenging, I should say. I said, let's take the challenging one, right? That's not the words I used, but that's what I'm thinking. And this is an opportunity to learn. But let's see if I can do it. So okay, very nice. This is very steep. I don't know if it may not show up on camera. Wow, that's steep. Really deep for this. Okay, sorry for swinging the phone around. That's me trying to balance myself. it is a little more challenging to hold the phone and film while going down these steep hills for the first time. But it's working out. That looks like a golf course. Hopefully you can hear me talk. I have a helmet on. I'm talking to the phone.
Can you make it?
Yeah. Okay, we're back. That was 12.2 miles. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I said $1.
Absolutely.